Hey, what's up you guys? It is Sydney here today, and we have a new video that I sort of introduced maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now. But it was this idea where I went in and I furnished other YouTuber homes, YouTube Simmers homes, that they were only able to do the build on, or that they like streamed it and they only made the build and they never got the furnishing done. So this is what I'm doing. Now, it's not 100% correct, I guess. The Sim Supply, or James Smosh, however you know him, he made this house, gosh, probably a couple months ago now. Like, honestly, it's been a while. And it was a 8 sim base game starter home. And so he did actually furnish it, but again, it was a starter home, so he was only able to use as much money as he had and all that kind of stuff. So he had a lot of restrictions on himself. So I just came in and I made just a base game 8 sim home. So this is 100% base game and it fits 8 sims. Now, how I was thinking about it, it was generations. So there's a room for grandparents, there's a room for the parents, and then we have a teenager, 2 kids. I mean, they could be twins if you wanted them to. They share a room, so I guess that's up to you. And then there is a toddler. So you can fit, 4 kids, 2 adults, 2 elders, or, maybe it is the parents and then their oldest child lives there with their spouse. Whatever kind of story you want to do with it. You can even convert that room into another, 2 sim room, make it like a twins room, or for teenagers or something like that, because it is kind of a large room. So that is all up to you. So yeah, well, basically the rules to this challenge thing series that I have created are really simple. I cannot change any of the exterior of the homes, so I can't change any, of his wallpaper, window placement, roofing, anything that has already been placed. I can't adjust that. Now, I did take some liberations in this. I made a dining room on the left-hand side when you enter, just because I wanted to make the kitchen and the living space bigger than how he had it. So I did make the little purple room over there into a dining room. So I knocked down, or I deleted the door and put in an archway. And then he had one of those it wasn't like an archway, it's one of those walls that's connected by the rod. I don't know the proper terms for that, and I cannot think of it. But he had one of those going into the living and kitchen, and I put a wall there and did an archway instead, just because I like the look of it better. So I did that. Another thing is you can't change any floors or wallpaper colors, so I had to stick with the floor color and the wallpaper colors that were in the room, which honestly isn't that big of a deal or too much of an ordeal. And yeah, I don't know. I really love how this house turned out. I think it is really cute and just it is functional, I would say. There's a lot of eating area, a lot of sitting area, lots of bedrooms. It has, since I turned a bedroom into a dining room, it technically now has 4 bedrooms upstairs, 1 bedroom downstairs. So 5 bedrooms, 8 sims. Like I said, a couple of them have to share rooms, just to make sure everyone gets a room. No, not 5 bedrooms. there is 5 bedrooms. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Possibly. I don't know. There's 5 bedrooms and there's 8 sims. I think the math is correct if there's 3 bedrooms that are 2 people bedrooms. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, but anyways, so it is a 5-bedroom home and a 3-bath home. There's 2 showers and then a shower tub combo, because we do have a toddler. We had to have a tub in the house. So lots of, there's definitely, you can easily play 8 sims in this house. I feel like there's enough space for all of them to kind of go about and do their own things. And there's enough space for them to not be on top of each other all the time. So, I don't know, it's really fun, and I really love how this house turned out. I think it's really cool. And what I like the most about doing these, where I'm furnishing another Simmers build, is the fact that I get to see how they design their layouts, they design their color schemes, and all that kind of stuff. And then I have to play my furnishing style around that. So it kind of makes it a little bit more realistic when it comes to like decorating a house in real life or something like that. You can knock down walls and rearrange and do stuff like that, but that costs a lot more money than just putting your furniture in a house. So it's really cool to do this and just come in and put furniture in a house. Like, it's just been a really fun experience, and I really do enjoy it. You did notice I added a lot more to the backyard, though, just because he did this on a base game budget. I didn't do it on any budget at all. So I did add some more trees and more flowers in the backyard, along with some playable items and a little, just sitting areas and stuff like that to make it just a little bit more livable and used. I will say that I did record this all in one go, but the only reason for that was because I had previously recorded this, and then apparently my software stopped recording like 10 minutes into me doing this, and I had finished and I was done, and I looked and none of it was recorded, and I screamed. I was so mad because I just spent all day furnishing this house. I really liked it, because at first it took me a really long time to figure out what I wanted, and so I wanted to show that to you guys, like the struggle of figuring out the layout and the design and furniture I wanted to use and all that kind of stuff. Since I am only using base game, it makes it a little bit trickier, but honestly, not gonna lie, only using base game, I was really impressed. I love a lot of these items, and I feel like I'm gonna use them more now, because I was forced to use them, and then I realized how much I really like the items, so now I want to use them more, and just like the combinations. I love the look of the sofa and love seat, and just, I don't know, there's a lot of really great items in base game, and I feel like we take base game for granted, or we just even forget about it, because we have all the stuff packs and expansion packs and game packs. We forget how awesome just the base game is, those items and all that kind of stuff. So I was really impressed doing this and creating it with just base game. I never thought I could build a house this nice and furnish it this well and all that kind of stuff with just base game. But anyways, you can see now we have the dining room complete, and then we have the kitchen and living area complete. So it is easily able to fit 8 Sims. The dining table is only a 6 Sim seater. Really hard to get all your Sims to sit down and eat in the first place, but there are the bar stools in the kitchen for extra Sims to sit and eat. And then the living area has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seats, so pretty close. You have a toddler in the house, so it's not like they can really sit or do much anyways. So yeah, no, I really do love how this house turned out. Oh, that's what I was saying. So I recorded it, didn't actually record it, really mad, so I did it again. I wasted 2 days doing this, but it was okay, because the second time around, I already knew all the items I wanted, I knew where I wanted them, I knew the colors I was going for, so there really wasn't much different. You just kind of missed the struggle of me figuring out what I liked, and you just kind of saw me place down everything that I liked, where I liked it, and that kind of stuff. So hit and miss, I guess. I did try a couple newer different things when I was building the second time, just to make it more fun and interesting for myself. And I also, because I think I came back a day after, so I kind of forgot some items or some of the layouts I did. So I did have to do different things like that, but nothing crazy. And I am really enjoying this house. Leave any questions down below, or not questions, but YouTubers, I guess, down below of houses you want me to furnish, if they've ever done a shell build, whether that be on Twitch or YouTube, and they just have one of those on their channel or on their gallery and you want to see it furnished. just leave the suggestions down below, and I would love to furnish it. I've been having lots of fun with this. I love building houses. It is one of my favorite things to do in The Sims, is just build and furnish and all that kind of stuff. So it is really cool to just go in and just furnish a house and not have to build. So yeah, I know. I've been really enjoying this. This little item right here, the toothbrush holder, I literally never use it. But since I was only using base game items and I didn't have a lot of clutter options, I think that's really the only thing base game lacks is clutter options. But even then, it's not too bad. But anyway, so I was scrolling through, and since there was so little items in the category, I was able to see that, and I was like, why do I not use this more often? Like, it's literally a toothbrush holder. You should be in every bathroom I have. I was so frustrated with myself, so you'll be seeing that maybe a little bit more often, so stay tuned for the little toothbrush holder in all of my new builds. At this point, we have gotten most, if not all, of the common areas done. Like I said, the living room, kitchen, dining room, and then the bathrooms and the upstairs hallway are all furnished and finished, I guess. And we're going to be working on to the bedrooms. So this is the kids' bedroom. Like I said, they could be twins. They cannot be twins. They are both children, though, and I feel like they're both kind of at the young stage of childhood. They weren't, super old yet. They liked kiddier things still. And right here is something I have never done before, and I'm kind of mad at myself about it. One thing I've noticed in a lot of my builds and a lot of my furnishing is that when I have a kid in the house, I only ever keep their toys and their clutter in their room. And I'm like, wait a sec, though. If you have kids, their stuff's going to be everywhere. Like, I have a 5-month-old, and her stuff's already everywhere. And she can't even move things or do things yet. And she still has stuff everywhere. So I kind of introduced that into this build, and I'm going to try to do it more often. I think another issue was that these clutter items I don't see as often because I have all the other ones from packs that I really like, or I just see them first because the catalog's too big and messy, so I don't realize that there's different items. You may have noticed I put down 2 different lunch pails. I put one in the dining room and one on the counter. And I kind of put those down because, they're kids. They're going to leave their things places. So maybe after school, he didn't finish his food, so he went into the dining room and he ate some more and he just left the lunch pail there. And then the other one was in the kitchen because that's where, it's supposed to go when you come home from school and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like it just gives it a little bit more personality, a little bit more realism. I threw a backpack in the hallway instead of in the bedroom because, maybe they just tossed it. And yeah, I'm going to really try to do that more in my builds. And another thing you probably noticed in my modern Spanish build, that I put the toy box kind of in the middle of the room. And I did the same here. I normally don't do that. I tend to have things clean and more against the wall and organized and arranged. But again, realistically, that's not how it's going to work. Their toy box is going to be pulled out from the wall. Toys are going to be everywhere and all that kind of stuff. So I am trying to now in my builds make them feel more realistic, more homey, and all that kind of fun stuff, just to make the game feel more alive and not so clean and so cut and all that kind of stuff. That's really my main goal. It's just I want the houses to feel like actual homes and not just centerpieces or show homes. That's not what we're doing in The Sims, I guess, or at least not what I'm doing. I don't know what you want to do in The Sims, but personally, I don't want to make a show house where you just walk through and you're like, oh, this is really pretty, or it's something you would see super clean in a magazine all the time. I want to make houses that feel real and feel lived in, that your Sims can live in, and it just seems real. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just how I feel. Now, when I make a modern house, though, that's a show house. No one's touching everything. There's not going to be any clutter. Everything's clean and pristine, and we got one We got a husband and wife living there who don't have any kids, even though they got 5 bedrooms because they like a nice big house. But I don't know, to each their own, I guess. So basically, I guess you guys saw there, we did the toddler bedroom and we did the teen bedroom. I tried to make all the rooms a little bit more personality. The kid room downstairs was a little bit more, I feel like, pet friendly, like they liked animals, and a little bit more boyish, I feel. But again, I feel like it was pretty gender neutral as well. The teenage room was kind of more music-y and theatrical, I guess, possibly. And then the toddler room was, I feel like, a little bit more on the girly side, more on the playful side, and all that kind of fun stuff. And now we are working on the 2 adult bedrooms. Now these ones are a little bit more boring, a little bit more plain, just because they're meant for older adult Sims. Now the one we're working on right now, I kind of thought this was more of the grandparents' bedroom, just because it doesn't have an ensuite. But kind of the more I think about it, I feel like the grandparents would end up getting the ensuite, because most likely, I guess it's back and forth. It could be their house that they're letting their family live in, or the family could be letting their grandparents live with them. So I feel like either or would work, but I basically made these rooms side by side the whole time just because they were so similar. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We are on to some screenshots now. And yeah, don't forget, I post new videos Monday through Friday. Follow all the links down below in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.